Another leadership thing that I've learned was there's a guy named Mark Masucci. As you guys probably all know, if you're watching this, you know Mark Masucci. I wrestled him in a pool once in Cambodia, and it did not go well because he is a black belt and I am a nothing belt. I attacked him without him looking, and I regret it. But anyways, Mark Masucci said, your staff team is like a hockey team. He's Canadian, I'm Canadian, so we connect on the hockey there, eh? But you have to build your staff team like a hockey team, where you've got a goalie, you've got defenseman, you've got forward. Your staff are all different. And the first few years that I was leading SBS, I tried to make everything equal for all the staff. Everyone's grading the same amount. Everyone's teaching the same amount. Everyone's got the same, everything's equal, so no one can complain that someone's doing more or less than someone else. But I wasn't taking into consideration everyone's gifts and strengths and abilities and talents. And so the more you get to know your staff, the more you can put them on what Jim Collins says, the right seat on the bus, putting them in the right position on your staff team so that they can thrive. There's going to be staff that love teaching, and there's going to be staff that really don't like teaching. There's going to be staff that love grading. There's going to be staff that don't love grading. There's going to be people that love admin, love hospitality, love whatever it may be, but putting them in a situation where they're going to thrive. But that means as a leader, you need to take the time to get to know each one of your staff to make sure they are in the right seat on the bus and thriving. And that takes time and energy as a leader because you got to know your staff. And so the first thing we do at SBS Sunshine Coast is we go away camping. We go to staff retreat. That's the first thing we do, because you have to build a tight team as a leader. Building a trusting team where your whole staff team likes each other. They don't have to always agree and get along, but to genuinely like each other and build relationship, that's going to influence the whole school. And so we spend a lot of time and energy at the Sunshine Coast creating a tight staff team. So we start by going away, staff retreat, just camping. If you don't have a budget, that's fine. It's not very expensive. You just go camping or get away. But the goal is to get your staff to get to know each other, to hang out, to have fun together. And so that's the first thing. But then throughout the whole year, we have stuff every single week as a staff so that our team gets tighter and tighter, because the more unified we are as a staff team, the more that's going to influence the students in the whole school. So we do a few different touch points every week as a staff team. We do what's called, it's our staff meeting, which is on Monday, and that's logistics. We call it the head. And then Monday nights, we come to my house and we party. We have dinner. We have dinners. We have dessert nights. We spend Monday nights just with no agenda other than just strengthening our relationship as a staff team. And often that's one of the highlights of the staff team's experience here on the Sunshine Coast is the times just hanging out and getting to know each other. And then we have on Thursdays every other week, we have what's called Get Real, where our staff get real. And that would be like a pastoral touch point where it's like, how is everybody doing? Does anyone have any prayer requests? How can we come together and lift each other up and pray for each other and support each other? And that's kind of the heart piece. And so we have all these different touch points, but they have different functions as a staff team, and they're all very intentional. You have to do the logistics as a staff team. But if it's just logistics, you're not going to build a tight staff team. Then you have the fellowship part, which is at our house, which is just eating meals and enjoying each other. And then you have the heart piece where you're actually getting real and going deep and getting to know each other. So you have to, as a leader, do that because that strengthens the culture of your whole school.